And I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. So, we've got like a whole bunch of different stuff to do around here. Let us, let's go down here. We've got like areas upon areas to go to. Alright. There's like different places to go, different things to get, including a razor, which is a saber that casts Scourge when used. Can anybody use it? Is that better than anything anybody else has? No. Alright. So we'll sell that once we get out of here. Alright. So this place has all these different branching paths, and for the most part, they're all filled with loot. Like, everywhere. There's a shit ton of it, and I think I just stepped on an encounter point accidentally. Yep, I did. Spirit Naga and Air Elementals, go! Let's go ahead and heal up Jack. And I don't know if these guys are weak to anything. Nope, nothing. So I may as well use like my most powerful spells. Or just wipe them out with one hit. Wasn't quite expecting that. Okay. Nope, not that one though. But there goes the Spirit Naga. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that since we're here. Let's grab this one. Thank you very much. Now let's go with all this shit. Got a potion and some gil. There's one more treasure chest. Sorry, one more treasure room on this floor. And it's on the opposite side. Alright, and we actually do have a secondary objective in this dungeon, but it's on the next floor up. Instead, let's go ahead and just grab all this stuff. There we go, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Protect ring, and then this last one. I bet you that's an encounter point. Oh no, maybe not. It's an evil eye. That'll go down in like one hit now. There we go. Yep, not an encounter point. Okay, so we are done with this floor. And now it's time to move on to the next. So right up here, we get a warp point to take us to the next floor. Now the way to the net floor after this is directly to the south, so you can bypass all the loot if you want. But I'd rather just get all the loot. We got Earth Medusas now. That's not good. They can stone you probably still. But they're actually not that strong. They go down in a single hit, even from Carl, of all people. Alright, we've got Cottage and a Mithril Helm, which is kind of useless at this point because we've got like diamond shit. But in the next room, we have, well, we have more gil and more gil. Okay, that's still not what we're looking for. But the next room, I think, has what the secondary objective we're looking for. This is completely optional, by the way. But since we're here, we may as well get it. We have the Adamantite. Yes, if you remember way back when, the smith at Mount Duergar said he could make us a really nice sword with some Adamantite, and it's arguably like the best sword in the game. At least the base game. There is one that's potentially better, but you can only get it before like the second to last boss in the game, so... We've got loot on the right side as well, so let's go ahead and grab that. We've got a black robe and a white robe. Now these are specific to the black and white mages respectively. And what they do is they are armor, and it casts Blizzara when used. Like the only people who can equip it are the black and white mages. But it casts Blizzara when used, and this one casts Invisora when used. Now, as you can see, they're not as good as the other stuff we have equipped, so I'm not going to equip them, and in fact, we'll sell them once we get back to a town. So let's go after the rest of the loot on this floor by going here, and let's see what we get. We've got a diamond shield and another ribbon. There we go. Okay, so that means Carl... Really? that? Wow, okay. It's the ribbon apparently is as good as the leather cap in terms of stats, but it wards off special attacks, so we definitely want that. And that just leaves Candle here with the diamond helm instead. But that's alright. We're almost done with this floor. As a matter of fact, the last bit of loot is right up here. We have a set of diamond gloves, which we don't really need, but because the protect ring is better than the diamond gloves by a little bit. So we'll keep to that. Alright, straight down we go to another warp point. And this is the last floor with loot on it. I don't know if there's... Yep, there's random battles on this one. I wasn't sure. Ooh, Rakshasa. That's new, I think. I don't think we fought those before. It looks a lot like the Were-Tiger, though. So I wonder what the relation is. But apparently they're all weak. It's just there's a shit ton of them. So that's great. Thank you. Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about. Ah, damn it. Carl can't take him down. Alright, well, we're gonna lay into him with some magic then. Try to speed things along a little bit. Let's do a Thundaga. Toss that out there. And there we go. Took them all out. All right. And in here we've got another protect ring. We don't need any more of those, but we've got more gil and more gil and a potion. All right. We've got like 2 more treasure rooms to deal with. We'll talk to him in a second. Ooh, soldier. That's a little bit stronger than the Guardian, I assume. By the fact that we haven't defeated it yet. And still, it lasted a full round of physical attacks. Damn. Okay. 1.5 rounds of physical attacks. The Guardian goes down in 1 hit, though. So close. And up here is one of the last treasure rooms. More gil. Protect cloak. More gil. Clothes. Gold needle. And more gil. There's one last treasure room. Alright, let's go talk to that guy over here. From this observation window, you can look out on the entire world. Seriously? I was that freaking close to it. I'm only like 2 tiles away. Oh shit, when the hell did Jack go down? I have not been paying attention. What the fuck, man? Jack, what the hell happened to you? Oh god. Jack, man. I am so sorry. Let us heal you back up. Wow, okay. There we go. Awesome. Much better. Okay. So I don't like this being called a window. Yeah, the observation window looks out upon the world. The 4 forces of fire, earth, water, and wind appear as a mist converging on a single point. A point at the center of the 4 altars. This must be the location of the Chaos Shrine. So, here's my issue with it being a window. We're at the same place as the Wind Crystal, right? The Flying Fortress is where the Wind Crystal is. If we take a look at this again, you've got all of the crystal forces being channeled to the Chaos Shrine, and all their locations are correct, with the Wind Crystal being shown at the Mirage Tower, which leads me to believe that the Flying Fortress is hovering high above the Mirage Tower. Now, if this was a window, it should be centered on that desert, on that Mirage Tower, not centered above the Chaos Shrine. Also, to show the whole world like that, it would have to be really, really high up. Not to mention, like, bend physics itself. So it's not really a window so much as it is a digital display, or more correctly, since it's kind of like a flattened orb, more like a holographic display. But regardless, it's time to move on once we take down this vampire lord, who is kind of a joke at this point. There we go. Seriously, it's like every single tile almost. Oh god, it's like every other tile has an encounter right now. What the frick? We've got one room of treasure left. You know, right over here. We've got more gil, a gold needle, more gil, and Sasuke's blade, which is, I believe, a weapon unique to the ninja class. Alright, on to the next floor, and we're going to go ahead and save, because there is a chance, a very small chance, but a chance nonetheless, that we could run into, either on this floor or the next one, the hardest monster fight in pretty much the whole game, at least from the base game. And it's kind of considered an optional super boss against the War Mech or the Iron Mech or whatever. Oh, thank God I haven't found it yet. Yeah, I've never had to fight it myself yet, but there's like a 1% chance of it spawning, something like that. Alright, and I think it's off to this side. Yeah, this floor wraps infinitely, horizontally and vertically, so if you're not careful, you can easily get lost. However, that was in fact the correct warp point. I'm going to heal up, just in case we encounter that rare monster. And let's go ahead and drop some ethers as well. There we go. One more and one more. Alright, sort, and let's save, just in case. Alright, because Tiamat, the Wind Fiend, is right at the end of this long corridor, but again, there's a chance to fight the War Mech here. Oh, thank God, it's just air elementals. Right as we approach Tiamat, we get drawn into a fight, and I'm thinking, oh shit, it's the War Mech. But nope, it's just air elementals. Alright, that's not bad. The Lick, Merilith, the Kraken. You have defeated 3 fiends and reached my lofty perch. More the better. May the image of Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind, be the last to burn in your eyes. Alright, so now we gotta fight a many-headed dragon, which is not a Hydra for some reason, but yes, Tiamat is the mother of all dragons. So let's go ahead and use our regular strategy of... Where are you? Why are you way down here now? Giant's Glove. And haste. And, oh shoot. What do I want to use? Let's do Null Shock. And haste on Jack. There we go. So now Candle next turn will be ready to go. Yeah, Thunderbolt. Null Shock didn't get in quick enough. That's not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and attack. And now it's your turn to use the Giant's Gloves. And we'll go ahead and we'll use a Healaga. Might be a bit overkill, but we'll do it anyways. And let's go ahead and... You know what, let's show off Quake. Let's see what that does. 300 damage. She's got 2400 HP. So that was 1/8 of her health gone. Quake. Missed, of course, because she's wind. She's flying. Yada yada. Alright. Everybody's back up pretty well. Attack, attack. Let's go ahead and use... Let's use Protera. And let's use Blizzaga. 400, nice. Ice Storm, no! Okay, that's not so bad. Okay, so we're looking at like an eighth, not an eighth, quarter of her health gone now. Let's go ahead and let's do another Healaga. And you know what? If I remember correctly, she is weak to certain status affecting spells, but do I have the right ones? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Because she's weak to stone and poison, and I don't have the ones I need for that. Damn it. Of course, I leave them behind. Alright, in that case, let's just keep going with Blizzaga. Ugh, there goes Blaze. Come on. There we go, we're doing good. Got probably close to half her health gone now, if not more. I mean, she's the last of the elemental fiends, so of course this would be the toughest fight of the four. Do you have what I'm looking for? No, you do not. Alright, well in that case, we'll keep up the attacks. And... we're good on health. Whoop, no, do not want to attack. So let's go ahead and do a... Let's do a Null Frost this time. I did a Null Shock, let's do a Null Frost. And we'll actually toss out a Thundaga as well. Oh, damn, she goes down. Alright, that was quicker than I expected. Alright. So that is the final crystal. Ooh. Awesome. Alright, that is all 4 crystals. And that actually opens up Whisperwind Cove as well. That's the one that's located in the Maze of Rivers. I'm not sure if we actually went there. Alright, now before I leave, let's go ahead and heal up. And we're going to save. And I am going to do some grinding to see if I can't get the War Mech to spawn, so we can at least see it if I can't, even if I can't beat it. So it should be on this floor, so I'll see you guys when it shows up, if at all, or until I give up. Alright, I've spent way more time grinding than I would like to admit, and I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I looked it up, it is a 3 in 64% chance of it spawning, which is higher than I thought it was. I was thinking it was 1%. It actually works out to slightly under 5% chance, but I still haven't been able to get it to spawn, so I'll see you guys back at Mount Duergar. Alright, we've made it back to Mount Duergar, and while I was out and about, I went ahead and filled up everybody's spellbooks completely now, because Jill and Carl were able to get their level 8 magic, and Jack could even get a couple level 7 spells. He literally only had access to 2 of them. So I gave him Blizzaga and Null Death, and here we have Holy, Null All, and Full Life, and then we have Stop, Warp, and Flare. So there we go. And this guy, we give him some Adamantite. Is this Adamantite? Yes, yes it is. Alright. I'll use this to make you the finest sword you'll ever wield. Done. In all my years, I've never crafted a finer sword, and I don't know why he just went redneck. Go on, take her. She's yours. You obtain Excalibur. All right. So this is, in my opinion, the strongest weapon in the game. Again, on balance, there is one that's stronger, but you get it like right at the tail end, so there's like no point to it, almost. But go ahead and equip that there. We'll give him the Sunblade, and we are good to go. There's one more place I want to check out real quick. Alright, where is it? Which way would be quicker? Around the back or around this way? I think this way. We'll sail east. There's Cornelia. Now we want to go south. And then we want to go east again. Come on, where are you? Did I go too far? I went too far south, I think. Or not far enough east. There we go. Wanted to go back to Crescent Lake, because if you remember, the sages said to come back to them once we've restored all the crystals, and all will be made clear. So let's go see what they have to say then. We'll work our way back around the circle and see what it is. 12 sages are we, yada yada, already said that. The 4 forces gather in the Chaos Shrine, the geographic center of the 4 altars. With the forces again flowing freely, the time to go to the Chaos Shrine and strike the root of darkness has come. Alright. The 4 crystals shine once again. The combined power of that light is the only means of breaking through the wall of time. The architect of this disaster is beyond that wall, 2,000 years in the past. What the hell? You would have no memory of this, but before you wandered into this land, time flowed properly for you. But that flow of time has become warped for you here, in this time. Not quite, but I'll explain when we are approaching the end of the game. Because this game is kind of screwy in its perception of how time travel works and time loops and so on. Because that's what's going on, or at least that's what they're trying to say. The chain of time has become looped back upon itself. You must travel back in time to the link in that chain that gave birth to this cycle of wrath and destroy it. Oh boy. The sequence of disasters that began 400 years ago, it was triggered by events that happened only a scant few days in our past. But whoever set this in motion has now fled 2,000 years into the past. So actually what started all this actually happened 2,000 years ago in the past. You know, it didn't... Oh... It's a huge headache. I'll explain it when we get there. I see time spiraling. Whatever went back 2,000 years in the past has brought the world to the brink of destruction, and now, 2,000 years later, it travels into the past again. A cycle of wrath without end. No, that's not what's actually going on. Oh my god. This game just does not understand how time travel works. Alright. An ever-repeating 2,000-year cycle, the warped destiny that gives birth and rebirth to wrath. But it's no more than an illusion, a fantasy, and only the warriors of light can break the cycle. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us. Warriors of light, only you can do this. I already did that. Power must be turned towards its proper end. 400 years ago it was wind, 200 years ago it was water, then came earth and fire. The 4 forces that make up the world. Alright, Lucan, what do you have to say? Cycle of Wrath, yada yada. That's nothing new. Okay, so that's it. So, what's actually going on? Well, as they said, it's a time loop, except that it's not a time loop. It's a linear cycle of events. It's a linear line of events, rather, that happen one after another. It's just they don't strictly happen in chronological order because there's time travel involved. But it's not actually a time loop. The game tries to tell you it's a time loop. It's not a time loop. There's... Oh my god. Okay, so in the base game, there is nothing left to do except go to the Chaos Shrine itself and end this so-called time loop. However, we do have 5 dungeons to check out. We have the Earth Gift Shrine, which is right about here. We have the water one, we have the fire one, we have the wind one, and then there's one in the Chaos Shrine itself. So we are going to tackle those next time. I shall see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.